Hello, Instagrammers. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And it is time for our Jesus coffee. It's time for Jesus coffee. And it's becoming more and more like fall. It is overcast. These are the days that I love. Just very, very cool and crisp. Not cold, but this is more like the brisk kind of fall day that I really, really like. Okay. And this is a day just for sitting out, but this is a work day. I just don't want to do it. Oh my gosh. But anyway, I might have to go in a bit. I'm just having coffee. I love coming over here for my coffee because I get my coffee perks. So if I get enough coffee, then I gain perks. There's a lot of that these days. You can get that with your credit card. You can get bonus points. You can get travel miles and all this different stuff. I get those things too, but I just really, I don't use them. But I do use this one. So you may say, well, that's part of the problem. Perks for food. Okay, but anyway, this is the thing right here today that I want to bring up because I made a couple of posts on my TikTok. I have a TikTok too. I don't really go on there that much, but I've been using TikTok more for venting purposes, for I'd say for just bringing attention to things that are maybe somewhat political, somewhat human existence type things, sociological things, that kind of stuff. Okay, and the thing that has been sort of an irritation today is that I have been just a bit ticked with some things that have been happening. Okay, and I wasn't going to get into it, but I'm going to get into it now because I'm going to tell you what happened. Because I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it. Because I did it on that, and I'm going to do it on this. Pre-COVID, okay. Well, let's back up a little bit. Has anyone ever heard of the TV show Cheers? Where everybody knows your name. Dun, 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 dun. Well, this particular Starbucks that we have here in town where I live is a Starbucks that everybody knew my name. Okay? And I would go in there after work. They didn't close. At this point, before pre-COVID, they didn't close until 11. And I'd go in there. I could use my computer. I was working on my first book during those days. And also, just to chill and to check email, this kind of stuff, just normal stuff that everybody does. And as much as I was doing that, all the kids, and I call them kids because anybody that's a 20-year-old, 25-year-old, you're a kid. I was told that myself by one of my old bosses years and years ago, like 20, 30 years ago, that I was a kid. And I was like, what? He says, you're young. You're just a kid. You're a baby. I was like, really? Thanks. So I felt good about that. But I remembered it. So I began to refer to some of the young people as kids, and we talked about different things, and they'd tell me about what's going on in their family and about what's going on in college. And they have college struggles and things that are going on with mom and dad, and, that kind of stuff. And I was able to impart in some cases, spiritual wisdom. And then in other cases, life hacks and life wisdom, that kind of thing. And they really appreciated it. And they would be in there doing stuff that I did when I was in college. I worked at Walt Disney World, in the land restaurants. And that was just it was a great experience doing that. I don't want it to be a career. I wouldn't want it to be a career. And it was not a career. But it was a great experience when I was a college student. And it was a lot of work. A lot of work. So I began to tell them about those kind of experiences. And I told them that you guys are working hard. You're scrubbing the floors. You're the baristas. You're getting these drinks. Go, 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 go. You know, God has something great for you guys. Whatever. And in like 99.9% of the cases, they would receive it. Thanks, Marcus. Thanks, Marcus. Thanks, Mr. Marcus. Whatever. And, you know, again, these are like 20-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 25-year-olds, whatever. And I began to be friends with them, and they would see me every night, and I would come in there, and I'd go, hey, and they go, Marcus! So it was kind of like the Norm from Cheers, okay? So as time went on, it was coming up to Christmas, and this is the way my mind works. When I like people, I already start thinking about Christmas for you and 4th of July. That's the kind of person I am. And it was pretty much kind of that. So right about, I don't know, September, October, I was like, wow, what was so-and-so and so like for Christmas? What was so-and-so and so like for Christmas? What was so-and-so and so like for Christmas? I bet he'd like something for Christmas. I bet she'd like so for Christmas. Wow, I'm gonna get it. And I had the money. I'm blessed. Now, I'm not super duper 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 blessed, you know what I mean? But I'm blessed to be a blessing. Because I got it like that, and God helped me. God blessed me. Okay? So I just went to some of the stores that I think would be my favorite stores to go to. Ralph Lauren, Kohl's, Dillard's, whatever. Just whatever. So I went and I told them, make me a list. Make me a list. I went to the little guy who's the manager, who's still a pretty good buddy. And I told him, I said, hey, make me a list of everybody in there. Well, Marcus, what are you going to do? I said, just make me a list. Well, there's probably 25 people in here. I said, okay. So I went to those stores, and this is coming up to probably the beginning of December, because I like getting a good head start. And I got everybody a gift. And like I said, I don't give like, you know, here is a greeting card and a Jolly Rancher. No, I mean, I gave them really good gifts that I thought they'd appreciate. This is where I'm getting ahead of myself. So I got everything done, got everything wrapped up. Here we are to December 23rd, I believe. December 23rd. We're having our Christmas party at work, and I did the same thing at work. I bought everybody a gift. This is the level I'm talking about. I bought my boss a pantsuit. I bought my other boss a really nice designer sweatshirt with some of these, Auburn colleges and whatever that people did. And those things are like 50 and 60, 70 bucks. I'm an interior designer, and I make pretty good money. All right, so anyway, I said the first place I gotta go is to Starbucks. So I went to Starbucks first before going to the Christmas party. I couldn't possibly carry everything in, so I went over to Mailboxes, etc. Or I guess that would be FedEx, etc. now. They've changed the name of it over time. And I asked them, give me one of your carts. Could I use it for a bit? Okay. I went to my car and I loaded everything on the cart. So I was pulling this cart. I had on my Santa hat. I didn't intend for it to be the time of day that it was, but I only had time to go at 12 o'clock. And that's when it's the busiest because it's lunchtime. Starbucks is packed out. People are out the door. People are in the line. People are wrapping the corner. People are around all the mugs. People are just standing around. And I'm coming in there, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. And I go, and they go, Marcus, oh, I can't believe this, oh my God. They were thinking like it was going to be what I said, like a Christmas card and a Jolly Rancher. And I didn't have that. I had a cart of gifts that was stacked up there, like 4 feet, and probably as long as maybe 5 feet. And I went and I was pulling that cart. And they were like, are you sure? I said, of course I'm sure. Here, Merry Christmas. So this one man who was in line, this is what kind of ticked me off. He said, well, what pastor sent you over here? That's what pissed me off. And because I am a pastor, but I'm also a designer. But what pissed me off is that in his mind, because this is where we are. This is the South. He thought because I'm black that I had to be sent over by some organization. But I held my cool, and what I said to him, I said, no, I bought it all. Thank you. And then he was like, everybody loved their gifts, handshakes, hugs, whatever. But this is what pissed me off with it again. Right after that point, the environment began to change. And it was already what it was negatively over some similar issues when I first moved here. Now, it's taken about, 13 years, 14 years for me to talk about this at this point? Well, from the initial situations that I just alluded to. But this is the kind of stupidity that we still have to deal with here in the South. And when I say still have to deal with, I mean still have to deal with today. And not today as in a particular time frame. I mean today as in today, like today. This day is what I'm talking about. You know, when is it that any of this is going to change for the better? It doesn't matter. It won't matter what you do. It won't matter what you say. It won't matter what you wear. It won't matter where you come from. It won't matter about any of it. It won't matter what the accomplishment is. To some individuals, you're still going to be the invisible man. That's a very famous book. And what that means is that you're going to be invisible as far as it goes with you, with your skin color, with your accomplishments, with whatever it is that identifies you as you, but nevertheless, in another person's eyes, you're just still this old black person. That's what it means. I'm going to give you a scripture, and then I'm going to hop off of this. And this is from Exodus 3:21. This is the pastor side coming out. And I will give this people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, and it shall come to pass that when ye go, ye shall not go empty. And what that's saying is that God is going to give favor to those downtrodden, those who were the Israelites at that point. And when he releases them, and when Moses says, let my people go for that, after that 9th time, after the 9th plague, and they're going to go, they're not going to go empty-handed. They're going to go full with the blessing of God. That's what they're going to do. I'll teach on this more. Love you out there. Be blessed, and stay tuned for videos.